Welcome to the job, Nick.
How refreshing would it be for you as a spokesman for the country to be on the other side, where Israel has won, maybe the Abraham Accords have expanded, and then you could talk about all of the brilliance of this country? I mean, that's one of I find when I come here, that if I'm frustrated by anything when I leave, it's that so much time has to be spent on security and all of these things, even in good times, when there's such brilliance and excellence and something truly incredible happening here.
I agree, but you know, it's going to happen. I know it's inevitable that it's going to happen. I think our victory is inevitable, and I think that brilliant and promising future with this wonderful story, it's happening too. And you have to have a little perspective. You know, that's what I think sometimes is lost, and we Jews have a unique capacity of seeing the glass as 1/16 empty. You know, so we're always looking, and it actually is part of the reason why we're constantly looking to improve, constantly looking to change the world, because we're looking at what's wrong. We don't look at all the good things. The most difficult thing for Jews is actually gratitude, and that's in our name. That's if you know where the word comes from. The Yehudah, it was Leah, was the mother of Judah, and it was the fourth son, and she knew she was going to have more children than any of Jacob's wives, and it's gratitude. That's what being a Jew means, is to have gratitude. It's the most difficult thing, gratitude. And I would tell the Prime Minister for many years when, you know, occasionally people are critical of the Prime Minister. You may not know that.
I haven't heard that.
But I would say, you know,
I don't read the New York Times.
What are you complaining about? I mean, look at Moses. He does 10 plagues. He splits the sea. He goes up for 40 days and 40 nights. He's 8 hours late. He gets a golden calf. Okay? We're very tough people to govern. Yeah. We always want that extra thing. But if you look from a perspective of Jewish history, understand this. 100 generations of Jews dreamed of living at a time when there's a sovereign Jewish state. We are now 3, moving to a 4th generation of Jews that have realized that dream. And that brings with it, I think, a tremendous responsibility, as I said, to secure that dream for the future. And it's happening. It's happening now. It's happening by our soldiers in Gaza. It's happening in high-tech companies in Tel Aviv. It's happening throughout the country, north, south, east, and west, that combines both the ancient, the ancient story of the Jewish people and the people of Israel with this tremendous modern juggernaut of technology and innovation that's Israel. It's all happening. And yes, we have enemies that are trying to destroy us. That's an old story. Just remember that. Mm-hmm. You know, people have lost, I don't know how much you've discussed antisemitism, but people don't have a historical perspective on antisemitism because in a certain way, the Holocaust has distorted not only the world's view of antisemitism, but the Jewish people's view of our own history, because Hitler is like a sun that blocks out all the anti-Semitic stars from the sky. But if you look century after century, the attacks on October 7th happened multiple times a century to Jews in different places. It could be in Morocco, it could be in Germany, it could be in Poland, it could be throughout the world where you had Jews, and one day 1,200 Jews die. Sometimes it's 10,000 Jews. And people lose sight of that. The news story is not that Jews are hated. The news story that was changed by the birth of Israel is that we have the ability to fight back. That's the news story. Not what happened on October 7th, but what happened right after, when the soldiers rallied and have gone into Gaza and have taken on this terror organization, and we will wipe them out. Hamas is not Rome, believe me. We're going to win this war, and you're going to see we're going to secure a brilliant future for this country.
Tell me, my last question, tell me one thing about Israel that people really should know that they don't know, that has nothing to do maybe with politics or the geopolitical situation or anything like that.
Wow, there's so many. I just have to think about that. There's so many different things about Israel that I think, first of all, people should know that Israel's safe. You know, and I'm saying that in a time of war when you're here. I mean, this should be one of the most dangerous times. I remember 20 years ago, during the so-called Second Intifada, which we had the worst terror wave that we had in our history, they did a study of a New Yorker's 2-week trip to Israel. And they plugged in every place in Israel where this New Yorker was going to go and what were the odds of something happening to them. And they found the most dangerous part of that 2-week trip was the cab ride to Kennedy Airport.
Yeah,
okay?
which now is definitely worse.
So you see it because you're seeing Israel only through CNN, and you only see it when there's war. A lot of people don't come to Israel because they think it's a war zone. Well, you're here, and your team is here, and you can see what's happening and the normalcy of the country despite all of this. So I think
I feel
think
safer at a cafe in Tel Aviv than New York City. That you don't
Right.
have rampant homeless people everywhere and drug addicts and people pushing
exactly
people over.
levels of sort of violence, murders, and things like that. If you look at Israel compared to other countries, it's much smaller. So I think that's one thing they don't know. The other thing that they may not realize is the sense of solidarity in the country. This place, and I know this having been born and raised again in the United States, there are very few events that unite all Americans. You know, you think 9/11 was like a moment where everybody was sort of united, or the Kennedy assassination now. And sometimes Election Day, every 4 years, you know, you have everybody having a moment as a country, whatever side you're on. Israel's a roller coaster of solidarity, where everybody is connected to the highs and lows of this country. And it's not only is it heartening, and not only does it give you strength, it's exciting. I mean, Israel is by far the most exciting country on earth. And when I would be ambassador and I would speak to American audience and try to explain to them about how exciting Israel is, I said, you have to understand, Israelis go to Manhattan to unwind.
Yeah.
Okay? And the Americans would laugh, and the Israelis say, why is that funny? Yeah, we go to unwind. Because the place has so much action. This is a place of tremendous energy, tremendous innovation, and a place that also has a tremendous future.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay informed and inspired. This is Dejobnik signing off.